Hello and welcome everyone. This is Professor Siddharth Surana. I hope you guys are doing good और मैं तो हमेशा मस्त ही रहता हूँ. Welcome to the announcement which you were eagerly waiting for. The revision cum amendment lectures for your upcoming attempt. That is CA Intermediate May 25, September 25 and Jan 26 exams. CA Final May 25 and November 25 exams. Honestly speaking, massive amendments have taken place in this year because the new budget which was announced by the new government after elections on 23rd of July 2024, the Finance Act of 24 will be applicable, and the Finance Act of 24 has brought some really crazy amendments. Thankfully, those students who have attended the regular batch of May 25, November 25 for CA Final or May 25, September 25, Jan 26 of CA Inter, all the amendments are covered in class itself. So they have to watch these lectures only and only for the purpose of revision. These are going to serve as their revision lectures. But if somebody had given their attempt in the previous exam, say CA Final November 24 or CA Inter January 25, then these amendments are going to be the new things that you have to study for the upcoming May 25 and subsequent exams. Honestly speaking, the scale, structure and nature of amendments is so huge, so massive that only these amendments are, to be very honest, they may not be sufficient because you will need some adequate time to practice questions also on these amendments. If I talk about CA Intermediate, for example, the calculation of tax as per new regime has undergone amendments. Capital gain chapter is completely different, means you will get this feeling, अरे मैंने यही पढ़ा था क्या? And worst thing being, the amendments are applicable from the middle of the year. So you have to know the old law as well as the new law. The concept called buyback tax is abolished, and in that place there is a deemed dividend 222F. So there are some crazy amendments applicable for CA Intermediate. Now, as you are aware that the entire syllabus of Intermediate is repeated at CA Final. So obviously these amendments of new regime, buyback tax, capital gains applicable for CA Final also. Plus there are additional changes. For example, if we talk about the chapter assessment of search cases, the assessment of search cases has completely undergone an overhaul, a complete change. If we talk about TDS, there are a lot of sections of TDS that have undergone rate changes. All in all, only amendments may not be enough, may not be sufficient. So when CA Final November 24 results were out in December, 26th of December, and unfortunately there were few students who did not clear. Some of them requested for amendments. I said no problem, in the month of February, March I will be doing it. Some said, sir, can we go for some crash course or something? Honestly speaking, a crash course also this time is not going to be sufficient. If you are a CA Final student, I have recommended all those students to go for the full course or nothing, because only the full course will be able to do the justice with respect to the changes in the law as well as the practice of the questions. Same thing when it comes to CA Intermediate. Any kind of crash course also is not going to be helpful to you. To be very honest, as far as CA Inter students are also concerned, preferably you should go for some full course ka recording where all the amendments are covered in the videos itself, along with the practice of questions on the amendment. That is the most appropriate way to do. As far as CA Final lectures are concerned, obviously all the CA Final lectures are not freely uploaded on YouTube. Only the first 5 or 6 lectures of the full course are available on YouTube as demo, and if you are comfortable, you can go for the full course lectures on SS Pro Educare website. As far as CA Intermediate students are concerned, yes, those recordings are also available on our website www.ssproeducare.com, because believe me, any crash course or only amendment this time is not going to be sufficient. So full course recordings are available. At the same time, as you are aware, as far as Intermediate is concerned, I always upload free, absolutely free direct tax lectures of CA Intermediate, full syllabus on YouTube, because after I upload these lectures and you watch these lectures, it becomes like a challenge. After these lectures, now see if you want to learn from anybody else at CA Final. So for this reason, I do upload the lectures. About 50% of the lectures are open and available. Anybody can watch them. But to maintain some dignity of the lectures, the remaining 50%, they will also be free. But one lecture in a week or about 10 days will be made free. We have this concept called channel subscription. So you can pay a bare minimum nominal amount of only 119 rupees of channel subscription, and with that subscription you will get access to the entire course in 119 rupees only. But of course, in channels, sir, the question arises, sir, if I go for subscription or I buy video lectures which are of 6,000 rupees, what is the difference? If you buy video lectures, you will get free of cost hard copy of the new set of books. If you buy video lectures, you will be getting doubt solving directly from me on my personal WhatsApp number. No contacting any Telegram channel, no need to contact any admin assistant or any office assistant, or email, direct WhatsApp on my personal number. And if you go for channel subscription at only 119, I will not be able to obviously provide you these facilities. But I leave the choice to you, whether you want to buy the recording or you want to go for channel subscription. Final students, there is only one option. You will have to take full course lectures. There are crash courses available also. I leave the choice to you if you want to do that. But for intermediate students, there are following options. One, full course lectures, or second, channel subscription. Third, whether you take only channel subscription, you can take the channel subscription only, but I must tell you, whether you are an intermediate or final student, the new set of books, especially at intermediate, because you are going only for the subscription. Final mein to if you are taking the full course lectures, the books are again along with the final mein we provide the books along with the lectures. Inter also, with the purchase of lectures we will be providing, but at channel subscription we will not be able to provide. So if you only go for subscription, so that at a nominal cost your lectures are covered, I still request that you please make sure under all circumstances you have the new set of books, so that you can practice the questions from the new set of books. And as per amendments, the answers are modified. Subjective questions as well as MCQs, the answers are modified as per amendment, and new solutions have been put in those books. So it is very much necessary that you have the book. So whether inter and final, let me summarize, you should make sure that you have the new set of books. And as far as videos are concerned, at inter as well as final, I recommend you to go for full course. But in final, you have the option of crash course, and in inter, you have the option of channel subscription. But under all cases, you should be having the books. Sir, but I don't want to do any of this. Sir, I don't want to buy lectures. I don't want to spend money. See, you are not spending. You don't consider it as an expenditure. The day you realize that amount spent on education is not expenditure, it is an investment, you will understand what I am trying to say. But by chance you don't want to do this, because we do it every year. To be very honest, this year, with the kind and nature of amendments, only amendment cum revision may or may not be useful for you, maybe may or may not be useful for you. But in case you want these amendment cum revision lectures, so here I bring before you the revision cum amendment lectures. Again, I say those who have already attended the full course should be using the lectures only for the purpose of revision, and those who had given the previous attempt should be learning the revision as well as the amendments. We will be doing all the revision and amendments of direct tax. The lectures will be applicable for CA inter as well as CA final, because as you are aware, income tax law is income tax law, ultimately inter or final. Only some of the content which is applicable at final will not be applicable to CA intermediate students. But a chapter like PGBP or a chapter like capital gain, clubbing, set off, deductions, tax calculation, this part is common in inter as well as final. So we will be having roughly 8 to 10 lectures of about 1 hour to 1.5 hours, total about 10 to 15 hours, in which we will cover the revision cum amendments. About 10 to 15 hours mein sab kuch ho jayega. Okay. So what I will be doing is, every time I record one episode, you can call it an episode or you can call it part 1 amendment, part 2 revision cum amendment, part 1, part 2, part 3. I will be doing it from the CA final handwritten book. And at the end of the lecture, I will announce that today we have completed the following chapters in our revision cum amendments. And in these lectures, we have also covered the following topics applicable for CA intermediate. So as a CA intermediate student, you can first go and check the last part of the video, that what are the things that are covered, and whatever is the relevant part, you can watch that part from the video. For CA inter, the lectures that we are doing now, the revision cum amendment, will be applicable for May 25, September 25 and January 26, because now we know that examination is split over these 3 attempts. Instead of May, November, we have May, September and January. And for CA final, it will be May 25 and November 25 exam. Sir, why? Because if you observe, all these attempts fall in the same year. So if you observe, these attempts fall in the year 25-26. So the applicable assessment year will be 25-26. That is previous year 24-25, which simply means you have to learn the amendments that have been brought by the Finance Act of 2024, which was given on 23rd July 24. The 24 का budget will be applicable. Previous year applicable is 24-25. Assessment year applicable is 25-26 for these two attempts of CA final and these three attempts of CA inter. So any student studying May 25, syllabus is same in September, syllabus is same in January. And likewise at CA final, if you are learning for May 25, syllabus is going to be same in the November 25 attempt also. So these are the attempts that will be covered in the revision cum amendment lectures of these years. The lectures are going to be about 95% in English language. जहां पे necessity होगा, जहां पे ऐसा लगेगा कि necessary है, little bit Hindi here and there will be used, but you are aware that the whole of South India is learning from me, because everyone is aware South में enough good teachers with English speaking ability not available. I respect those who are trying, but ultimately you need to have command over the subject as well as the language. So roughly the whole of South India is learning from my lectures, and for this reason I always want to respect their love and affection towards me, which is why most of my lectures, if you observe, will be 95% in English language. And as far as North Indian students are concerned, देखो आप बुरा मत लगाओ, मुझे पता है आप नॉर्थ के हो, मुझे पता है आप हिंदी में ज्यादा कंफर्टेबल हो, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं यहाँ पे एक मिस्टेक हो जाती है दैट हम हिंदी में पूरा का पूरा लॉ पढ़ने की कोशिश करते हैं, बट अल्टीमेटली द लॉ इज रिटन इन इंग्लिश. इस लॉ का जो डेटा है उसको हमको एब्जॉर्ब करना है तो हिंदी में करना पड़ेगा? नहीं, वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड इन इंग्लिश. इफ वी हैव टू रिप्रोड्यूस द लॉ इन एग्जाम, हमको उसको एग्जाम में लिखना है तो भी उसको इंग्लिश में लिखना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज मीडियम ऑफ एग्जाम अगेन इंग्लिश है. इंटरव्यू सर, वेदर इंटर स्टूडेंट्स आर्टिकलशिप के लिए जा रहा है या फाइनल स्टूडेंट जॉब के लिए जा रहा है, इंटरव्यू इंग्लिश में होगा. योर पोस्ट क्वालिफिकेशन वर्क एवरीथिंग विल बी डन इन इंग्लिश. तो कहीं ना कहीं ये लैंग्वेज ऑफ द प्रोफेशन है. आई एम नॉट सेइंग इट्स अ मेजरमेंट ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस, आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट, लेकिन एटलीस्ट प्रोफेशन का लैंग्वेज है तो आपको फॉलो करना पड़ेगा. एंड ये बात आपको ये भी माननी पड़ेगी दैट साउथ इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स कैनॉट लर्न इन Hindi, but North Indian students can and should learn in English. So 95% of the lectures will be in English language. Next, a very very important part that ये जो भी revision मैं आपको करवाऊंगा, I am going to be doing this revision from the handwritten book of CA final. Of course, most of you all have seen that book. Most of you all are aware of that book, but I would still like to show to the ones who are not aware of this. We have a CA final handwritten book which contains the latest trending memes. तो इस CA final की handwritten book, for example, आप पहला चैप्टर देखोगे इंट्रोडक्शन में types of persons and rates of tax, old regime. Then we also have rates of tax as per new regime. If you again observe, वापस new regime के अंदर इन्होंने changes कर दिया है. So all the slabs of new regime again have changed. ये सब आपके amendment के अंदर कवर होगा. तो मैं जितने भी लेक्चर्स रिकॉर्ड करूंगा, आई एम गोइंग टू बी डूइंग ऑल द रिकॉर्डिंग फ्रॉम दिस बुक. फॉर एग्जांपल, मैंने इंट्रोडक्शन का चैप्टर किया, तो एट द एंड ऑफ द लेक्चर आई विल से दैट दिस वाज आवर फर्स्ट लेक्चर ऑन रिवीजन कम अमेंडमेंट्स. दिस वाज applicable for CA final, and for inter we have also completed the applicable tax rates as per old as well as new regime. This is one thing that I am as an announcement going to do in every lecture. So yes, our amendment cum revision ka lectures will be recorded from this CA final handwritten book. This book is known as exemption because exemption is that word which defines the results of my students. तो yes, इस book का नाम ही हमने रखा है exemption. इस book से, handwritten book से हम ये lectures करने वाले हैं सर. Again, it is my request that even if you are a CA intermediate student, thousands of intermediate students also across the country are taking this book. तो आपके पास अगर ये बुक रहेगा, जो स्पीड में आपका रिवीजन होगा, द फुल कोर्स स्टूडेंट्स आर ऑलरेडी अवेयर बिकॉज फुल कोर्स में तो हम ये पूरा 5 सेट का बुक देते हैं फॉर फाइनल. जिस स्पीड में आपका रिवीजन होगा, that is unmatchable. You will be able to actually revise your entire syllabus one day before your exam, twice also. इतना स्पीड में होगा. This is a book on which I have really worked very hard. तो मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगा कि आप ऐसा मेरे बोलने पे ले लो या ऐसा समझ लो कि आप सर को एक पिज्जा खिला रहे हो उतने में ले लो. देखो, मैं बोल रहा हूं कि इट इज बेटर दैट यू टेक दिस बुक, बट अल्टीमेटली you want or you don't want, it is योर चॉइस. यू कैन गो फॉर द सॉफ्ट कॉपी वर्जन ऑल्सो इफ यू वांट टू सेव सम कॉस्ट. अगर ये बुक आपके पास है, वेदर यू आर एट इंटर और फाइनल, योर रिविजन इज गोइंग टू बी रियली स्मूथ एंड fast. Ask any student who is using this book, take the feedback and you'll come to know what I'm actually talking about. इस book के जो first 5 chapters है, handwritten book of CA final, first 5 chapters मैंने SS Pro Educare के ऐप में free courses में first 5 chapters upload करके रखा है, so that you actually understand what exactly I have done in this book. First 5 chapters are absolutely free. They are uploaded in our app SS Pro Educare. Other than that, if you want to get access to any kind of free videos, any kind of free material for everything, one place, one stop, SS Pro Educare app. The app is available on Windows. अपनी वेबसाइट पे आपको इसका लिंक मिल जाएगा. App is also available on Android as well as iOS. सब प्लेटफॉर्म्स के ऊपर आपको ये ऐप मिल जाएगा. Please make sure you download this app because इस ऐप में फ्री कोर्सेज के अंदर आपको ये हैंड रिटन बुक के फर्स्ट 5 चैप्टर्स भी मिल जाएंगे. If I am doing the revision cum amendment lecture, so part 1 या part 2 maximum starting के 1-2 lecture मैं YouTube पे openly डाल दूंगा. But after that, all the lectures will be on the app only. They will be free, absolutely free. I am going to put them only under free videos. So, आप अगर ऐप डाउनलोड करते हो, आपको अपना बेसिक नेम, कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर, ईमेल एड्रेस से उस ऐप पे रजिस्टर करना है, फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. देन यू हैव टू हिट द टैब फ्री कोर्सेज, और उस फ्री कोर्सेज के अंदर पूरा का पूरा मटेरियल आपको, whether it is the free PDF, whether it is the free PDF of first 5 chapters, whether it is your daily class notes, मैं जो इंटर में रोज क्लास में नोट्स लिखवाता हूं ना, all those daily class notes are uploaded in that free courses वाला पार्ट. ये रिवीजन कम अमेंडमेंट के लेक्चर हम वहां पे अपलोड करेंगे. If I talk about my MCQ book of inter and final, I cover highest number of MCQs across the country. उन MCQs के solutions भी मैंने वहां पे अपलोड किए हुए. So the app is going to be very useful for you. You can download the app ताकि आपके सारे के सारे रिवीजन कम अमेंडमेंट लेक्चर्स का आपको एक्सेस मिल जाए. Only the first couple of parts maybe will be uploaded on YouTube. Also a small announcement, in the next few days we will be coming up with an advanced version of our app with more and more features, being more user friendly. जब वो ऐप लॉन्च हो जाएगा उसके बाद में all the lectures and PDF will be uploaded in that particular app. But for now you have to download the existing app. The moment the new app is ready, I will be announcing it on WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, everywhere. तो आप तक ये मैसेज तो पहुंच ही जाएगा that the new app is now ready. After that we will be uploading everything in the new app. So this is how we are going to be going for the revision cum amendment applicable for CA final May 25, November 25, CA inter May 25, September 25, January 26. I say it one more time, inter or final, first of all books तो आपके पास होनी चाहिए. फाइनल में we have a set of 5 books, इंटर में we have a set of 2 books, but रिविजन के लिए फाइनल का हैंड रिटन बुक also it is recommended that inter students take it. Second, my advice, if you want to take, if you trust me, then you should go for the new lectures. That also full course, any kind of crash course also cannot help you. तो फाइनल का फुल कोर्स भी अवेलेबल है, इंटर का फुल कोर्स भी अवेलेबल है. बट इंटर में एक और ऑप्शन है, इफ यू डोंट वांट टू बाय द फुल कोर्स यू कैन गो फॉर चैनल सब्सक्रिप्शन. ओनली डिफरेंस बीइंग फुल कोर्स के साथ में बुक्स एंड डाउट सॉल्विंग विल बी अवेलेबल, एंड चैनल सब्सक्रिप्शन में दीज थिंग्स आर नॉट गोइंग टू बी अवेलेबल टू यू. वैसे भी बुक्स मैंडेटरी है, तो अगर आप फुल कोर्स ले लोगे तो इट विल बी बेटर. फॉर एवरीथिंग you have to visit our website www.ssproeducare.com. and also अगर आपको कोई भी specific query है, any kind of thing that you are confused about, सर अगर मैं ये लेक्चर लूंगा तो क्या कवर होगा, सर इस बुक में क्या कवर होगा, उस बुक में क्या कवर होगा, what exactly will be covered in this course or that course, etc. One number you can save, please, 709-709-6161. You WhatsApp on this number and the team will answer all your queries. By chance anything is not clear in this video, then you can WhatsApp on this number and the team will make everything clear before you buy anything. If you have any kind of query, so that there is no confusion, the team is always going to be helpful, available for you. I have given clear instructions. Any student has any difficulty, you make it a point that you resolve it as soon and as early as possible. So ladies and gentlemen, very soon we will be bringing the revision and amendment lecture one by one. Stay in touch with YouTube and make sure that you download the SS Pro Educare app so that you get all the access to the revision cum amendment lecture, which are going to be absolutely freely available for all the students, whether you have studied from me or anybody else. With this, thank you so much for watching this announcement. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Take care.